Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be making my biggest project yet. I'm going to try to make a custom Queen Bee doll from the TV show Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. So I have this one here. She's just your basic, but she's going to work pretty well for Queen Bee. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a whole body repaint, sanding that, pasteling that, then painting it over with acrylics. I'm going to be making a removable mask because, let me just say, makeup and stuff never ends up well on my dolls. And her hair is actually the right length, so we won't be doing anything to that. But other than that, this is going to be my biggest experiment yet, so let's get on to it. I really hope that I don't mess this Barbie doll up, because I'm definitely going to regret that if I do. So I'm going to start out with trying to make the mask. I saw in another video, and I'm going to be using tracing paper, which you can see through, and felt. So I'm going to be putting the tracing paper over her face, and I'm just going to be tracing out the shape of the mask that I want. Okay, after a lot of long, hard work, I finally got a mask that actually resembles Queen Bee's. So now with my mask pattern, I'm going to grab my felt and I'm just going to cut it out in this shape. I'm going to start with a black, then I think I'll just glue the yellow on. Okay, I've cut out the basic shape of the mask, but now for the hard part, cutting out the eye holes. Okay, I finally got the black part of the mask all done. So now I'm just going to be cutting up little strips of the yellow and gluing them on to around the eyes and up around here. So I'm just going to be using regular Elmer's glue to glue on the yellow at the top of her mask. So let's get into it. So to prepare the doll's body, I'm going to start out by sanding it with sandpaper just to smooth it up and maybe get rid of some of the underwear lines that are on the doll. But I don't know how well this will work. So just so you know, the sanding step is going to take a long time. Okay, so after an extremely long time of sanding, I have removed almost all of the underwear line and the writing across her back here. I do notice that her skin is all roughed up. I heard people, and like, if you want to, you can use buffers instead, like for nails, and they won't be as scratched up, but I'm going to be covering up this with paint, so I don't really think it's going to matter. Now, before we get into paint or anything, I'm going to make sure to cover the doll's face and hair so we don't ruin that. I'm just going to be using saran wrap for that. It's going to be covering that up. Now the doll's head is all secure, let's go ahead and get into the next step. It's time to use our pastels. So I'm going to be lightly pasteling her body, the yellow and the black. I mean, I'm not really sure what this step is going to do, but I've seen a lot of people do it, so I'm going to go ahead and try it too. With a paintbrush, I'm going to get some of my colors and kind of get it onto her body. Okay guys, for the next part we're going to be going ahead and getting into paint. So before I started, I've made a collage of pictures of Queen Bee just so I know like where to go with the design, make sure I don't accidentally miss a stripe or anything. So I've got that. And usually you can kind of draw out on the doll's body where you want everything to be, just so you have like a basic outline. So you might want to do. So I'm just going to squirt the paint onto a plate and get started. Done with the first layer. It looks really bad, but I'm just gonna let this dry. I know that this is gonna take probably at least 5 layers, probably way more, but let's let this dry before we jump into anything else. Okay guys, so this is probably my 5th or 6th layer of paint. We're just gonna keep going. Probably just gonna need a few more. I do notice up here around the joints on her and down by her legs here, the paint is scraping when you move the doll up and down. So be really careful about that. I might add some more pastels or try a different type of paint, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to do on that. Anyways, I'm just going to keep adding these layers till it looks good, it's smooth, and then we'll move on to the black. Okay guys, it's time for the scary part. Time to use the black paint. So I've done who knows how many coats of yellow paint, but the only reason, oh gosh, seriously Lena? Oh gosh. So while I was trying to demonstrate that I'm ready to go into the black paint, I made her sit down and totally busted the paint around her thighs. Okay, we're gonna have to cover this up. Seriously? Next up, I'm gonna be using a pencil to do the bee stripes around her and just, where I'm gonna color black, and I might be using a Sharpie instead of paint because, frankly, this is going to be hard either way. So let's not even talk about how terrible these outlines look, and let's get on to the painting. I just feel like this is going to be the end, and I'm going to totally screw up this Barbie doll, but I mean, we've got to try, right? Okay, you guys, let's paint this doll. I know I'm going to mess this up. I just know it. Okay guys, here we are with the stripes. It actually doesn't look that bad. The yellow, I'm gonna have to fill in here. The size of her arms, there aren't exactly even, and neither are the back for stripes, so we still got a little bit to work on, but let's let this first coat dry. Okay guys, so the first layer of black paint has dried. We have some pencil marks here, and the black on the legs isn't very good too, so this is gonna be hard. But I'm gonna go over this again with yellow this time. Okay guys, after about 50 layers of getting rid of stripes and repainting the stripes, I finally am pretty happy with the results of the stripes. So I noticed that if I did get black in or yellow in a place I didn't want it, it was easy to add white, then the yellow, it just covered up better. So you might want to use that tip. And other than that, I mean, there's a few spotches here. It's definitely not perfect, but it's good enough. So now to seal it, I'm just going to be using Mod Podge, and I'm just going to be covering this in a layer of Mod Podge, because I mean, it's probably going to chip anyways, but I feel like it'd be a little better with Mod Podge. So I'm going to get a layer of that on the doll. Okay guys, now that we're done with the doll's body, it's time to work on her hair. So I'm going to take it out of the ponytail. Her body's all dried and, you know, the Mod Podge is complete. I really like the way that looks. So this doll isn't totally ruined yet. Okay guys, so on the Queen Bee doll, I have curled her hair up front and in the back, while also placing a black ribbon in her hair. I'm not sure how that's going to look. So it's drying now, but meanwhile I had to find a way to get this mask to go on her face, but it will still come off. So here I have some dark navy blue thread. I don't have any black, but I don't want to be using the same ribbons that I used to place in her hair, because I think that would just be a little bit too thick. So I think that I'm going to be using this to connect it to the mask and possibly make it go around her face. So let's try this out. So with this needle, I'm just going to attach it to the end of the thread and use it to go through the sides of the mask. Okay guys, after a lot of long, hard struggling, I finally got the mask on to where it fits. Probably can't tell very well with the shadow. It looks kind of weird, but it's okay. And I mean, there's still a thread here, but hopefully you won't notice it. But it's on pretty tight, pretty good all the way around. You shouldn't be able to notice too bad. So yeah, we got the mask on. Now we just have to wait for the hair to dry. Okay guys, it's time to take out the hair. I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know how these curls are going to turn out. And I didn't boil wash it either, so they might not be very curly. But let's find out. Okay, maybe a little too curly. That's not terribly bad. It's the back that I'm mainly concerned about. Okay, yeah, that's not the curl I wanted at all. Very strange. Okay, this mask. Okay. So that's our result for the Queen Bee doll. Oh, I have to get a miraculous real quick. Just a minute, guys. So for the Bee Miraculous, I'm going to be using this tiny little bee from the Barbie Beekeeper set. It's ironic that I made this doll Queen Bee because she actually is the doll from the Beekeeper set, but I think that this will be a pretty okay Miraculous. I know that it doesn't actually look like it, but it'll be good. I'm also going to be adding ribbon around her ponytail here, so it looks a little more like Queen Bee's. Okay guys, so actually I trimmed a little bit of her hair. But it doesn't look that bad, right? Okay, I feel like my sister is immediately going to kill me for trimming her doll's hair. Why did I do that again? Okay guys, the doll is finally all done. So I glued the tape around her hair. I know that's bad that I glued it, but I couldn't find any other way to get it to stay. Then I just tucked the little bee in. It does come out pretty simple, so we'll have it here on display. Also trim the front of her hair, which I'm kind of regretting, but it's okay. The mask is kind of big, and you can't see her eyes very well, but it's really nice. As for the paint job, it actually went better than I thought it would. There are still, you can tell, you know, the black lines there, so it's not perfect. And I don't know what to do on the edges of her legs. But other than that, the doll came out pretty well, better than I thought it was. So thanks for watching my video. Tell me what you think of the custom Queen Bee doll, or any other custom dolls you might want me to try. This was pretty scary to do, if you ask me though, but I think she did it out pretty well. Go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe in the comments. Thanks for watching!